If you've been searching for a place where you can learn how to sew, where it's just chill, simple, you won't be judged, then you've come to the right place. Welcome, welcome. I am Kathy of Sew It Like That. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Now it's here where we will learn sewing basics. I mean the bare basics, okay? So no worries, no judgment, okay? Of course, if you don't have a sewing machine, you don't have to get anything expensive. I just got me this brother machine. It is kind of a little bit more, than basic. It has all these stitches here. However, we are starting from the beginning, like I said. And if you've never been here before, we're going to start with the basics by simply turning on the machine here. And we're going to start with threading the sewing machine. If you've never done so, I do have short lessons on each the basics of learning how to sew. Let me find the thread for this. And if you are interested in that, you can look at my shorts. It's from my shorts. I think this is the beginning of this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put our thread on here. The first thing we are going to need to do, though, hold on, let me see. This is the beginning thread. Sometimes there's more than one thread. The beginning thread and then another thread. I think this is the beginning thread. Hold on. Let me see. So tell me, have you ever sewn before? Is this your absolute first time sewing? That's fine. That is fine. Here it is. I don't know. It's catching. Hold on. I think it's here. But of course, when you plan for things to go smoothly, they don't always. Let me see. Drop me a comment in the comments if this is your first time sewing. So that was the first piece. There we go. All right. Well, we got it free anyway. And just a note, you will need some sewing scissors specifically for sewing. You don't have to spend a lot of money on them, but you will need to get scissors that are specifically made for sewing. All right, so the first thing we want to have to do is thread our bobbin. Let me bring this up here closer so that you can see. Hopefully you can see this. Hold on. You're not going to cooperate today? All right. So we need to get this holds our thread in place so it doesn't come off while we are threading the machine. So this is our bobbin and we need to thread that. Okay. So there's a hole here. Let me do this. Get a fresh end of the thread. And we are going to put that thread through this hole. We can get it through there. All right. We pulled it through that hole there. And there is a diagram. I don't know if you can see that from where you are. We're going to go here. We are going to go here. And we are going to wrap this thread around here as well. Come on now. And here as well. Not cooperating. Wrap it around here as well. And then we're going to take this bobbin over here. We're going to set it on here. And then we're going to push this bobbin over to there. And this is our presser foot down on the floor. And we are going to we're going to hold on. All right, we are going to hold this string here and push our presser foot. And can you see that thread winding on the bobbin there? Hold on, let me pull this string off. All right, see that thread winding on the bobbin? And we are going to wind that until it winds up. We might not go all the way up because it takes a bit of a while. I'm going to go until I think we have enough thread. Okay? All right, and we're going to stop that. And we're going to take this off. And we're going to take it off of there. And we are going to cut our string here. Cut our string. And then we are going to proceed to thread our machine. There's a diagram on top. And we're going to take this thread. Can you see? Let me scoot this over. I'm going to take this thread down. And we're going to go down. And we're going to come back up around. And we're going to make our presser foot go raise this up. And we're going to catch the string on there, inside of there, back down and around. And catch that string in there. Come on now, don't fail me now. All right, and then we're going to thread it through our needle. Now, I have a video where it shows you can thread the needle faster. However, I'm not going to do that. Right now, I'm just going to see if my eyes can see to go through that hole. All right. How you doing? Have you ever threaded a sewing machine before? I made it through the hole, guys. Got it, got it, got it. All right. So then we're going to pull that string to the back there. And here is where our bobbin goes, down here. So there is a little lever that I'm going to push. And then I'm going to drop that bobbin. It shows you also which direction the thread should be going. I'm going to drop that bobbin in there and then make that thread go that way. I am then going to grab hold of that string that we took the back for the top thread, and I'm going to turn the presser foot, turn the hand wheel here. It's going to make that string go down and go and grab the string from the bottom. I'm going to pull that up through there. I don't know if you could see it. Like I said, I have a short video that can show you in more detail. I'm going to pull that back around, and then we have our bobbin threaded. All right, then we're going to put our plate back on here, right there, and it's going to drop back down in place. There we have. Alrighty, so now today we are going to learn, well, if this is your first time, I'm going to show you how to sew a straight line, okay? And because fabric is so expensive, yes, I am going to use some paper towel, okay? All right, so there are guidelines here. If you can see that, there's guidelines here that we can follow, or here, if you can see, or there. We are going to use, I generally use the guideline of the edge of the fabric, okay? But today, we're going to use that first line there as our guide, okay? And so I'm going to place it there right beyond the fabric, and I'm going to allow that presser foot to drop down, there is a presser foot handle here. I'm going to, oh, I'm sorry, the presser foot handle here. I'm going to push that and allow that presser foot to go down, okay? All right. And then we are using our pedal again, and I'm going to slowly push the pedal. I'm going to put my hand on the hand wheel to keep it from going too fast, and then I'm going to go ahead and press it down. And I'm going to use this line here that I said as a guide. Okay. Alrighty. And we are going to go. All right. All right. And what I'm going to show you now, we're going to go all the way down to the end of the fabric. And then I'm going to show you how to pivot. So we're going to go all the way down as far as we should go. And then to pivot, we are going to raise that presser foot, raise the presser foot, and then we are going to rotate that around. Can you see that? We are rotating. And then we are going to lower that presser foot again. And then we are going to take off again. All right, and when we get to the other edge, we're going to do that again. All right, and we are going to lift up the presser foot. We are going to rotate our fabric. Can you see that? We are going to lower that presser foot, and then we are going to slowly start sewing again. And you see that? And we're using our line on the side. Well, right now I'm using the edge of the fabric as my guide. I kind of got off. All right, and we're going to do it one more time. What do? When we're going to pivot, we are going to lift up that presser foot. We're going to pivot it all the way around. All right, and then we're going to lower the presser foot again, and we are going to take off again. All right. And we're going to keep going. All right. And we're to the end. And we are going to, where is my reverse? We're going to go in reverse a little bit. And then we are going to go back forward to solidify our stitch so that it won't unravel. We're going to lift our presser foot up again. And then we are going to turn our hand wheel toward us, which raises the needle. And then we are going to pull our thread out. And on the side, I have a thread cutter. And let me show you what we did. Look at that. Will you see that? See how it's sewed when we turn the corners? We pivot it. We pivot it. We pivot it. Amazing, right? And this is where we ended our sewing. Y'all, are you excited? I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we learned today. See that perfect pivot? And ain't nothing wrong with sewing on no paper towel. It save you some fabrics. But look at that work that we learned today. Now I want you to practice that. I want you to practice. If you need to work on threading your machine, like I said, I have a short that shows you how to thread your machine and thread your bobbin and sew in a straight stitch. Look how we did. That pivot is perfect. Okay, like I said, I want you to go try it for yourself and practice that. Next time we are going to learn how to follow a circular line or wavy lines. Okay, all right. Now I am appreciating the fact that you came by to learn this today with me. It makes my heart glad. So if this was helpful for you, I'm going to ask that you consider subscribing, tap that like button, and share it with a friend. And I'll see you in our next video.